Kia ora koutou, tēnā koutou katoa, moriore te whānau. What is values and belief? Well, this is my presentation on values and beliefs, and the aim of this, I think, was to identify the values and belief within yourself and your whaiora, the person you're supporting. Why? So we can understand how they might be able to, we might be able to find the difference and how we can do that.
Oh, sorry, Trevor, can I just check? You've handed feedback sheets to people?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
So on this slide we're looking at, I wanted to identify what my values and beliefs are as a support worker. Just rattle them off. Honesty, integrity, autonomy, empathy, equality, empathy twice, doubly important, and privacy. Why was it important for me to identify my beliefs or my values as a support worker? And I think we'll find, because they might differ from the people we're supporting.
Oops.
Ah,
It went twice, sorry, brother.
that's all right. Who else was nervous while I was standing up here?
Yeah.
I can't access my notes. I want to give you an example back on this slide here, which I'm going to need my mouse for. Preparation is important for whoever's coming up next. I don't think I've nailed this.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, awesome.
Are you wanting to go back a slide?
I just get the
Yeah, because there was a lot of
Yeah,
information
just
on that last
background.
slide.
values and beliefs.
Yep.
Yes.
There we go.
No, back one more.
That one.
Okay, so identifying values and beliefs. Okay, so I'm just going to give you an example of my values and belief. And one of the examples I've taken out is autonomy. Autonomy as a support worker, I understand the right that people have to provide a whaiora with their autonomy. However, the person that I'm supporting in this situation might have a different view about autonomy, or in some cases not even knowing what autonomy is. So it's important as a support worker to be mindful of that. Value that I also have is honesty. Honesty is something that I live in my everyday life. I believe in being tika and pono, which is honesty. However, our whaiora might not have a different view on honesty. And what's a good example of that? I think a good example of that is stealing to have kai. And do you know what I mean by that? Do you know when it's okay to be dishonest, depending on the situation that the whaiora is in? And so in that situation, I believe that we may have different views on honesty. And it's important to recognise that. So even though I might feel it's honesty and that's how I live my day-to-day life, understanding that the whaiora isn't in my situation, they have their own unique set of circumstances. Therefore, as a support worker, can we please skip to the next one? Okay, what have I got under there? Okay, here's a good example. So I've written an example of, I value personal hygiene as, in my personal life, but as a professional, I know it's good to present yourself well. However, the whaiora that I'm supporting may not place that as high up on their values as mine. And just again, just their living situation. I mean, if they can afford to buy new clothes and present themselves well, and I'm sure they would, but in some cases, that's not the situation. And so I have to be mindful of that and not judge them. Hey, bro, you turned up here a little bit, and not judge them. That's important. Can I have the next slide, please? All right, what have I got under here? Okay, let's do this one. Okay, so understanding how these difference and the approach to engage them. So understanding these differences, I think I've just talked about that, just a little bit, understanding the differences, honesty, my honesty, and how to engage with them. I think how to engage with them is knowing that there are differences. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Can we go to the next one, please? Strategies of engagement. I like Carl Rogers' person-centered approach, the 3 elements of this include congruence, empathy, and unconditional positive regard. So unconditional positive regard is being non-judgmental and being real. And when we use this approach, when we use this model when having a situation with our whai ora where their values ain't in line with mine, being non-judgmental about that guy who has not had a shower in 2 or 3 days, being non-judgmental. So that's important. I just really want to capture all of those ones. Empathy, you seen it earlier. One of my values is empathy. Looking at it from their point of view. What is their current living situation? I think it's important. And if you use that approach to practice, you'll have respect for their values and beliefs. It's important. Congruence, being authentic, when working with the whai ora regardless. And that encapsulates Carl Rogers' person-centered approach, and I'm not going to go into any more of that. Any questions? Carl, does that clear?
Kia ora, mana.
Okay, just going to wrap it up. Haven't got any notes with this, so I can read directly from it. Last slide. What I've noticed as a support worker is being aware of my values and beliefs is important when supporting tangata whai ora. Because it helps me recognise my values or beliefs are being challenged or revealing some of my hidden biases. Do you know what I mean by that? Furthermore, it allows me to be aware of situations where transference and counter-transference can be happening when engaging with whai ora. When engaging with whai ora, I have learned to use the Carl Rogers person-centered approach to better assist me in my practice. Any questions? Sure. Easy.
Kia ora.
Mauri o te whānau.
Big hand of applause.